Awesome. Welcome everyone to Mindset Monday. Let me go over here and make someone else the um, host of tonight. So that way I can just chat with you guys. Don't have to worry about keeping up with the chat. So give me just a second. Here's Aaron. All right. I'm going to make host. Okay. All right. So we are good to go and we are recording. Perfect. Awesome. So welcome tonight to our Mindset Monday. My name is Jacquelyn Roy and I'm a Superstar Director here in Oklahoma. And I'm super excited about tonight. So home parties is how I got my business started. It's kind of the bread and butter. It's what I'm going back to after COVID. And I did my first home party. Gosh, it's been a few months, but it got me so excited because there's nothing better than a room full of people that love what you love and love the products and just the energy from it. And if you've never done one, I really encourage you to do one after tonight. I've got a couple scheduled in the next couple months. And so this kind of helped me get prepared for that. So I'm going to treat this just like a party. I hope to not go too fast, but I'm going to just act like you guys are my guest on a virtual Scentsy party. So we are recorded, right? Let me make sure. Okay. So this is where I would just, everyone, go get your drinks, go get a, plate of snacks, and then join me in the living room in just a minute. And we're going to play a game where you guys can win a prize. You're going to want to play. It's going to be super fun. I always let people kind of mingle the first probably 15, 20 minutes of any party. And then I get them all together in the living room or the room that we're meeting in. So once people are around, I show them a couple things. I tell them that I have these little baskets. I didn't write on here, but I got these baskets from Hobby Lobby. And I put the different categories in each of the tins. And I put the scent. So this, would be like the category for, fall, winter, or holiday or whatnot. And so I have a cute little tub for each one. And I put them all throughout. So if we're in the living room, I put them all on the coffee table. But they're just cute. And it's a good way to keep everything separated. And then I'll say, okay, everyone, I want you to grab a catalog if you don't already have one. I'm going to show you a few different things before we get started on this fun super game. So as you'll notice, there are little tins with the scents separated per category. I want you to pull out this Like It, Love It sheet. It is going to be your best friend. It is going to be your Scentsy brain on paper. So this is something that you'll want to keep even after the party. So you will know what scents you like when you need to reorder from me or whomever else. So it's a Like It, Love It sheet. And everything is separated by category. So there's, the fresh, the spice, the citrus. And so you will go, whenever you smell a scent from one of these baskets, you will find it on your sheet and you will mark like it, love it, or you're probably not ever going to order. So I want you guys to know that this is in your catalog. So as you snip, please mark what things you like. I also want to let you know there's a door prize slip in here, so make sure you fill it out completely if you want to be entered into a door prize for a scent circle. We also have an order form in there. And I also have some information. Oh, you may need to mute someone. We also do have some information on becoming a consultant. So if you are someone that wants to make some extra money, these are fake guys, but they look real. Hit me up after and I can tell you all about it, but I would love to have, you on my team if that's something you want to do. All right, so let's get started. We're going to play a really fun game. It is called,
Can you highlight Jackie?
yes.
Can you highlight Jackie so she's larger for us?
Oh yeah, maybe speaker view. Aaron probably knows how to do that. If you at the top right, if you click on view, those little dots and click on speaker view, then it will just show me. You got it? Did you do it? Did it work? So top right, you click on view and then it should just show me, but Aaron may be able to do that too. All right, so we are going to get started, you guys. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I'm glad that you came. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're going to play a game. Let me get my raffle tickets. I'm going to ask questions and you guys, you'll see, you'll participate, you'll raise your hand. My first question is, who has the most Scentsy warmers? And you're going to have people just raise your hand. And Cindy's like, I do. And this is where you go through and say, okay, Becky, how many Scentsy warmers do you have? I've got 10. In my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get Becky to join or host because that is obsessive. So I'm just kind of keeping a mental note of all this. I might go to Cindy, and Cindy's got 11. Holy moly. So I'm giving both of them tickets. Here, you get a ticket. Here, you get a ticket. You don't just have to give one ticket. And then this is where I talk about our different warmers that we have. And this is really fun. This is where I'll bring out a warmer, which I have a couple behind me. And as you can see, guys, on my display, let me move. If you can see my display, there's not every product up here. You guys, I have warmers. I have just kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. You don't need 3 suitcases of stuff to go to a home party. In fact, you don't need one of every product to do a home party. So what I typically do when we talk about the Scentsy warmers, I will show them. This is a really old one, you guys. I will show them, one of my favorite current warmers out of the catalog. I will also say, do you guys know that the wax never melts off, just the scent? So it's really important that you add new wax at least once a week. I typically do 2 cubes of warmer. It's just kind of per preference. You also don't want to add wax to wax because that will dilute it. It's kind of like if you're drinking a Diet Coke and all the ice is melted and you go up to the fountain drink, you're not just going to put fresh fountain drink in there. You're going to dump it out if it's watered down, because it's been sitting there for a while, and you're going to get some fresh stuff. So make sure that you do that. And then I will also ask, how do you guys clean your wax? And it's just kind of a fun, interactive way with everyone just to ask questions. And I always say that I get cotton balls and I just soak it and trash it. And that's the easiest way that I found. And so I talk about our different warmers. I also talk about how all of our warmers have a lifetime warranty. So if it ever breaks, keep your information, keep my information, and I can get it replaced for free. And this is also when I'll talk about our nightlight warmers. I'll talk about my favorite new warmer. I don't even know if we can call it a warmer because it doesn't warm necessarily anything, but our little wall fans. And I'll talk about how these are my absolutely favorite product, especially with kids and dogs. And I will talk about how there's no wax. You don't have to worry about making a mess. You just put the little pods, and I'll show them kind of how it works. And I'll show them there's a fan in there. And my last party that I did that I talked about this, I sold like 10 of them. And a lot of people didn't even know we had them. They thought we just had wax and warmers. And so these are something that I love to highlight. I changed all of my kids' bedrooms and their bathrooms. I changed all of them to these because they can't go in there and poke their little fingers in there and then just get wax everywhere. So I absolutely love these. I hope that you love these. It's just a great alternative if you don't want to deal with wax and if you have kids and stuff like that. So this is where, and then this is also where I will point out to them that not every warmer is featured in the catalog. If you want to see every warmer, you're gonna have to pull out this handy dandy page that has every warmer on it. And they're like, oh, okay, So then my next question, and I'll post all of this. It's actually already posted on our Mindset Monday Facebook page. It's underneath the files. If you look through catalog walkthrough, it's underneath there. The next question is, who diffuses oil the most? A lot of people raise their hand, and I'll ask them, what are your favorite smells to diffuse? And I'll give them a ticket. And then I talk about our diffusers and how incredible they are and how they change, all the different colors. And I'll go through it with the diffuser I brought and show them the different settings. And they're just amazed. And I also talk about how, I know our diffusers are more than just a diffuser you buy on Amazon, but we do have the warranty on them, which not a lot of companies carry. And that's pretty incredible. And our scent selection, Aaron, can you mute people? Our scent selection is amazing. And so I will have them turn to page 46 through 49, and I have my little cheat sheet here, which you guys will have too. And I'll have them look at the different diffusers and the different oils that we carry. So and I will say personally, between me and you guys, I'm not a big diffuser person. So I spend time on this, but not a whole lot. And if you don't have a diffuser to show, that's okay. You don't need to order one just to have a home party. I actually forgot to bring it to my last home party. I didn't sell any. Maybe I would have if I would have brought one, but don't feel like you have to purchase everything to do a home party. You don't. My next question is, who loves Disney the most? And this is where all the Disney freaks will come out. Oh my gosh, I go every 6 months, or my daughter is obsessed. She has every princess gown. So the fun thing about this game is you just really get to know your customers. And then I have them turn to page 32 through 37. And we talk about all the kid stuff. We talk about all the different stuff that comes that comes in the
Actually,
Disney games.
Yolanda Sensei,
Uh,
today, and
Aaron, can you
thinking about you the other day. Oh yeah.
Aaron? Oh, wait just a second. Okay, he's doing it, I think. If you need help, I can reclaim host and do it real quick. Okay. So we talk about the Disney, and then I give tickets and people share, information about themselves and whatnot. And then my next one is who has the youngest kid? And you'll have people, I have an 8-month old, I have a 2-year old. And this is, again, you just give out multiple tickets. It's fun. You're getting to know, well, what's your kid's name? And people like to talk about themselves. So it's a really fun way to let them talk about themselves and get to know them. And kind of in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, who's my next host? Who's my next recruit? So when you ask this question, then you talk about all the kids line. You talk about, I'll show them the buddy clips, how my daughter has these on her backpacks. I actually have these hanging in my car because they smell so good, and I think it looks really cute on my rearview mirror. But I talk about the Scentsy buddies, and I'll show them a Scentsy buddy, and I'll have them turn to the kids page and look through it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'll have them pass it around, and they can smell it and touch it and feel it, and um, so that's super fun. Our kids line is really really great. My next question is who needs a spa day the most? And again, I'm kind of going through this quickly. If I'm at an actual party, then you're really getting to know people. This game is an icebreaker. It also lets you share about the products. It lets you get to know them. And it typically takes about 30-45 minutes, just FYI. And it's my whole presentation. So, who needs this spa day the most? This is probably one of my favorite questions to ask at a party because you will get the wildest answers. Seriously, you'll get the wildest answers. You will get people that, I mean, so one of my last parties, a lady raised her hand and she just had a brain tumor removed like 3 months prior, and she's about to start chemo. And so I gave her a few tickets, I believe, on that one. But I really got to know her, and it was really interesting. She ended up talking about how she had to quit her job because of all the medical stuff. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, since he could be a blessing, she could work this from the hospital. She could work with this from home. Maybe it could provide her some extra money. Like just selflessly thinking about those things because she may be looking for extra income, but she can't commit to an 8 to 5 type job. And I had another person that said that she had like 2 jobs and 4 kids. And I was like, God bless you. You get a couple tickets too. And so it's really fun to really get to know people on this question. And this is where I talk about our hand cream, our body wash. Hold on, Sissy, in just a second. This is where I talk about all of our spa products. So I'll have them turn to the spa page and just show them everything that we offer. And again, this is a really great question for you to get to know all of your people. My next question is who does the most loads of laundry each week? And I mean, you'll have people say 10 loads or 15 loads, or I do 2 a day. I've got 8 kids. My husband works in the oil field and it's 2 outfits a day. And again, you really get to know your people. And this is where in this game, you really get to share your passion for the different products. So this is where it's really crucial that you guys are trying all the products. The products that I love, I sell. And it's probably true for you too. And so at the laundry thing, this is where I say, okay, I've got a couple favorites in the catalog, and this is one of them. The Scentsy laundry is my absolute favorite. I'm going to pass around a bottle of our laundry liquid so you guys can see it. But this is where I'll have it open, and I will pass it. Hey, no, hold on. I will pass it around for them to smell, and I will tell them that this will do about 50 loads. No, when I'm done, you can. Hold on. Go with daddy. When I'm done, you can. And I will also say the amazing thing about our laundry detergent is it's actually made for people with sensitive skin. We just can't market that because it has a scent to it. But it is made. It's got very green products in it. It wasn't until we brought out our Scentsy laundry detergent that I realized how many harmful chemicals are in a lot of name brands, the one that we were using before. So this is a very great product. I have people who they get eczema from different brand names, and they don't from Scentsy. And so, and not everyone. Some people may still react to it if they're really sensitive. But I love our laundry. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll also pass around a tub of washer whiffs. and say, we use washer whips in all of our loads too. Some people just use it on their towels and sheets. Another trick I love with our washer whips, if I know people are coming over, we have dogs, I will sprinkle it on our rugs and vacuum it all up, and our whole house will smell amazing. Like, oh my goodness. So you just pass it around. And so the laundry line for me is I love the laundry line. So I do hand out I have a whole basket over there of laundry samples. I do put those in a lot of orders because I just think it's such a great product. So, and you can tell because I talked about it for a long time, and you guys already probably know all that about our laundry, but maybe you didn't. All right. So who cooks the most meals at home each week? And you'll have people raise their hand, and then you'll see all the people who do takeout, they won't raise their hand. And this is where you'll talk about our um, counter clean, our Scentsy Fresh, products like that, our hand soap even, because I mean, that product can be kitchen and bathroom and whatnot. And I tell them that our counter clean is absolutely incredible. I use it not only on our counters, but I use it on my kids' cleats. I use it on the microwave. It cleans everything for me but glass. Glass it will smear, but I use my counter clean for everything. And you guys, I have a black granite countertop I have an island that's black. And yes, there's a counter cleaner is what's convinced me to join. And the more you use the counter clean, it provides like a clear coat layer. And so there's no streaks. Okay, we'll go potty real quick and tell Daddy. It's amazing. Our counter clean's amazing. So I will pass this around. I just think if people get their hands on it and they smell it, oh my goodness, squeeze the day. Whew, it smells really good. It kind of wakes you up a little bit. So I'll pass it around. I also will tell them that this is something that if I had to pick a second favorite other than our wax and warmers and wall diffusers, it would be the counter clean. And like I said, I use it for everything. I'll clean out when I go to the car wash. I have a counter cleaner in my car, and I clean the whole inside of my car with counter cleaner. It is really, really great stuff, you guys. So I'll pass that around. My next question, whose car smells the worst? And this is where you really have to battle it out because everyone's car supposedly smells bad from all the parties I've done. But this is where, people raise their hand and say, I've got 3 boys and 3 sports, or I've got 3 girls and 3 sports, or I've got 5 dogs and they're always in my car with me. So this is where I talk about all of our car products. And this is really fun. I'll have them turn. And like I said, all the pages are on the sheet, but I'll have them turn to the pages for them. And I'll share with them one of my favorite newer products in the last couple seasons that Scentsy brought out is these little fan diffusers. I have this one in my car. I actually went and took this from my car so I didn't have to open a new box. And so the great thing about this is when you turn the car on, if it's plugged in, it turns on. So you're not wasting any scent. It works amazing. And I'll talk about how I get a little pod and I just actually show them this stuff because when they see it and they see how much you love it, they're going to want it. And so I'll do this and I'll just pass it around the room and they're like, oh my goodness, I can already smell that snow-kissed cranberry. I can smell it without it being on. I'm like, well, when it's on, your whole car is going to smell really great. And this is a product that I love because unlike the scent circles, this will last a really, really, really long time. And like I said, it only turns on when your car's on if it's plugged in, which is fantastic. Another new product, you guys, that Scentsy just released, you guys have been asking, so we're bringing it to you, is our Scentsy Go. This thing is amazing. It's about the size of a Coke can. You twist it, you put the pods in there. I've had this in my car. I actually just went and got it out of my car too. And you turn it. It's got little settings on here. Make sure it's turned on or off. The way you twist it will turn it on and off. It takes batteries, you guys. 2 AA batteries. You do have to change it quite frequently because I use it all the time. And I'll even if I'm going somewhere, I might even put it in my purse and keep my fan on and it smells. And people are like, oh my gosh, you smell amazing. And no, it's the Scentsy Go. I think you need one for your car. But these are great. You can put it on your desk if you can't plug stuff in. Teachers can put it on their desk, your car. It literally can go with you anywhere. And I absolutely love that you don't have to charge it because you guys, with technology these days, all my kids have cell phones, things like that. Sometimes I can't find a charger for me. And so with this, it just takes batteries. And so I'll pass this around, but I'll turn the fan on first, pass it around, let them. Wow, that smells great. So that's another product. And then I also touch on our scent circles. And I am honest with these. I say, these are probably my least favorite of car things because we have such great products. But with that being said, this will last about a week in your car. For $3, it's a steal, right? Actually, you have to buy a package now. It's not just $3. But that's a new thing. So, but I do talk about these, and and you don't have to say you don't love them. I'm just really honest, and I'll say if you really want something for your car, I would go with the little diffuser, the fan diffuser, because I truly think that's the best. My second favorite thing for the car is a scent pack. Personally, I love scent packs. I love that I can get it out and squish the beads around and put it right in front of my vent. I'll even hang the scent pack from my vent to make it smell extra good. So those are just some products that I personally recommend. You guys probably have your own favorites too. So I was at a valet driver this past weekend, how my car smells so good. My kids are horrible, but he bought one. That's awesome, Sarah. Yes, it pays to have a good smelling car. And you guys, there's nothing better than getting in your car. Even if it's dirty, it smells good, right? I mean, my son, my 13-year-old son, God bless him, got in today and took off both the shoes, and my car went from this amazing smelling Scentsy car to feet, smelled like feet. So I had to get the room spray. So I also have room spray in my car. I have everything in my car because I have a mobile office we talked about. And so I got the room spray out, and he's like, "Mom, quit spraying me." I'm like, "Seriously, dude, like my car smelled really great before you got in here." So um, room sprays are great. I do recommend them to people to buy in the same scent that they like to put in their in these. So if you like to put coconut lemongrass in your car, buy the adjoining room spray. Now you need to make sure you tell people if you keep one in your car, which they're really great to have. I think everyone should have them in their car, to make sure you don't spray the dash because it'll eat through the oils, eat through the dash. So spray the floorboard whenever you spray. Okay, don't spray anything dash. Oils will eat through stuff. So that is also an on-the-go fragrance that I love. All right. So the next question is, who has hosted the most direct sales party in the last 5 years? We have to say 5 because if we say like 2, we're getting into COVID years. And let's be real, a lot of people, couldn't host during COVID because of all the germs and whatnot. So this is where I'm really pinpointing. So this is where I'm like, okay, Amanda, wow, you hosted too. That's pretty fantastic. I'm going to mental note. I'm going to ask Amanda to host a party before she leaves. So this is great. I love to talk about our host awards. So this is where I'll say, okay, guys, I want you to turn to page 59. And I want you to look at all of our host awards. You guys realize that if you have 4 friends that would order Scentsy, you'd probably qualify for host awards. With Scentsy, it is one of the only companies that you can sell 200 and start accruing free and half price items. That's incredible. A lot of companies, it's 400 or 500 is their first year. Let me also show you, if you don't want to do a home party, which guys, I'm super fun. Bring me to your house. I will even bring a bottle of wine for your friends and cheese tray if you want me to. If you don't want to do that, I also have this really amazing employee. Her name is Samantha. I just made that up. Her name is Samantha, and she will go with you everywhere you want her to go for a full week. She's fantastic. Guys, this is a diaper pill or a diaper bag I got on Amazon for, I'm going to say it was $12. And it literally has a divider that Velcroed in. It's very sturdy. I put scents on one side. I don't have catalogs in here because I took them. Maybe, I just picked this one up today. That's why I need to restock it. But I do have a hand sanitizer. I have a little buddy clip. I have a travel twist, a bar, catalogs, things like that. And so, yeah, that's my little back party. So I will tell them all about my little employee named Samantha. If you would want to take Samantha with you for a week, you can. Take it to work, take it to your friends. If anyone commits to doing a party for me tonight, you get 10 extra tickets in the raffle. And you guys are going to want the raffle because it's a free warmer. And so I always say that, and I'll have people like, "Oh, I want Samantha," or "No, I want Samantha." They're fighting over Samantha. So I'm like, "Don't worry, I've got another employee named Tim. You can take Tim." And so you can kind of have some fun with it a little bit. But I always do. If you take one, then you get 10 extra tickets, and that just really motivates people. I don't remember. Let's see, I probably played this game. I know I played this game at my last 4 or 5 parties, and I want to say there was only one party that I didn't get a booking from, and it was when I got to this part of the game. So that's really fun. My next question is, who has worked the most hours in the last week? And, this is when people say I work 2 jobs or I'm a stay-at-home mom. It feels like 5 jobs. And again, you're passing out tickets. I'm listening. I'm really getting to know people. You have some people that, especially the stay-at-home moms. I'm like, okay, stay-at-home mom. And I'm just making mental notes so that way later I can write on their order forms some things about them. So then I can show interest about them, right? And just get to know them a little bit better. But this is when if you have that hustler that has 2 jobs and she's worn out, but she has to have the money, or you'll have people at your party that say, I'm currently looking for a second job, and that's when you can share the opportunity. And so this is where I will say, some of you may not have raised your hand, but you may be needing extra money. Let's face it, the economy is just crap right now. Groceries are high, gas is high, everything's high. If I can help alleviate that at all, I am hiring right now tonight. You can start and I will help you. I will support you. I will mentor you. I was a nurse before Scentsy. And then after doing Scentsy for a while, I was able just to do Scentsy. And that's my story, but your story may look like this. I work in healthcare and I use Scentsy to pay for my gas and my groceries each month. You probably, hold on, my daughter's yelling. You probably will get more people. Hang on, means. So you may get more people interested in you than me, because when they hear, you've quit your job because of Scentsy, that may seem really overwhelming to people. So I'm very careful in how I share that at my parties. But if Cindy is saying, listen, I bring this to work, this has been a blessing for my family. This pays for my car payment. This pays for my groceries. Make sure you're sharing that at your parties, because you are going to be pulling at people's heartstrings that you didn't know you were pulling at. So this is really where you talk about the opportunity of Scentsy. So it gives you an excuse to talk about it. So then my next question is, who coupons the most each month? And so there's 2 parts to this question, right? I want to know who coupons, because who wants to save money? Because those are the ones I'm still going to bug about hosting a party. But then I also want to show them the page in our book that has all the bundle and saves. These are all of your upsell pages, you guys. This is where people are going to save the most money. So I will tell them, I want you to mark this page, and I always have them mark it, because this is going to be the most bang for your buck. So if you want 4 bars, just buy one more and you get the other one free. And I'll say, and if you want, just brain dump everything that you want, and I will help you put it in the cheapest way I can. Like, okay. So I always have them mark that page. And then I also, because we've talked about a lot of products, you guys, and like I said, I don't have everything on my table. I didn't even talk about the fragrance flower, because I don't know why I didn't, but I would typically have one out. I didn't want to open this new one. I just got the apple spice season. But I'll typically have one. I'll pass it around and let them sniff it, talk about how the flowers are made out of wood, how they're amazing, and how I think they're very inexpensive for a scent that'll last a good month. So I do talk about those. But at the end, I always show them, I want you to see that on page 62 and 63, we have a scent grid. And this will tell you what scents come in different products. So you have your like it, love it sheet that I talked about. I'm going to let you guys sniff and start marking your like it, love it sheet. And if you really like aloe, water, and cucumber, it smells just like a spa. I love it. Then you can go to your scent grid, you guys, and you can see it comes in a bar, room spray, scent circle, scent pack, car bar, Scentsy pods, fragrance flowers. Oh my gosh, comes in so much stuff. So that's why I like to show them the scent grid, because that way they can see, oh, okay, I love this scent. What does it come in? So make sure you touch on that too. And other than that, I also do some type of samples. So whenever they're bringing me their order, that's when I hand them the sample. And this is the ones I just made. These are just little room spray samples. This is Cinnamon Bear, and it says want more, and has my website on it. I can post pictures on our mindset page. I was inspired by Aaron to make these for my vendor event, and these were a hit, you guys. I actually had people that used it the first day, and that the second day came back, and I want to say Alice and I sold a lot of room sprays. But these are just little things I bought. They're 2 ml bottles on Amazon. And I just think they're fun samples. So when people come and bring me their order, I'll give them a little sample to have. And then I'll say, okay, everyone, the game is over. You guys start sniffing. I'm going to walk around if you guys have questions. Remember, you guys have about 10, 15 minutes to book a party, or tell me you want to book a party, or tell me you want to join and get some extra raffle tickets. And then I'm going to draw for that drawing in just a little bit. And so it's just really fun. And that lasted about 30 minutes. That's all I do at home parties. And this is my guide. And I promise you, if you use it, you will hopefully get parties. You're going to talk about all your fun favorite stuff. You don't have to have everything, guys. Just touch on, when you touch on each category, touch on the stuff that you love. And I promise you, what you love, that's going to be a lot of what you sell. And then one of my last parties that I did, her name was Katy Perry, which she's not the singer, but I did a launch party for her. And I had two warmers. One of them wasn't even current because I had left it in my handy dandy party tote and didn't realize it. And then I had another current one. I didn't sell either of the warmers that I brought. I brought a wall fan. I didn't sell the wall fan style. I sold a different one. So don't feel like you have to have it to sell. I will share one last thing, and then I know we're over, and we can take questions if you need it. And I'll answer your question too, Denise, in just a second. When I did a joint party with another consultant who sold makeup, this was at my house in Yukon. So gosh, this was probably 11, 12 years ago. We did I did a makeup party for her. I don't know how she did it, but she drove like a Prius, but she had so much makeup in there. It took her at least an hour, at least, to get it all out. I mean, it was longer than that. I was in my PJs, still getting ready because she showed up at my house like 4 hours before the party started. And I just remember thinking, I never want to be like, if I was thinking about joining her company, I wouldn't have, because it was so elaborate. So guys, simplicity is key. One bag. I have one bag that I bring in with all of my stuff, and that's it. It doesn't fit in my one bag, I'm not bringing it. Because it should be simplistic. It should take, so I get to a party about an hour before it starts, no longer. It takes me about 30, 40 minutes to set up. The first thing I do is I bring a couple different scents, and I bring the same in room spray. So I always pick a few, like my favorite in the fall is always Cider Mill. So I'll have Cider Mill, Christmas Cottage, and then like Luna, right? So I've got a cider, I've got a cinnamon, and then I've got a really clean one. And I will have bars in each of those scents. And I will go to the host and I will say, okay, Denise, smell these three and tell me which one that you want me to melt. You pick, you're the host, and you get to keep the bar after the party. And so if she picks Christmas Cottage, what am I going to do? I'm going to go around and spray the whole house for Christmas Cottage. I'm going to plug the warmer in first, so it's going for at least 30 minutes before the guest gets there. But then I'm going to spray everywhere for Christmas Cottage. And so make sure you bring whatever compliment bar you're melting. Make sure you bring the scent and room spray as well, because it's really, really important. So I get there an hour early, no earlier. I get my warmer going. I let the host pick, and then I get my setup going. And I asked her, I said, where do you want people to congregate? In the living room, in the dining room? Just tell me, I'll put it wherever. And so I'll put my little buckets out, and they're just really fun. I know sometimes it can be nerve wracking. My first home party that I ever did back in 2008, I spilled wax. It was just kind of, I was shaking, you guys. I'm so glad that we didn't really have mobile devices back then, because I'm sure it would have been recorded and I'm sure it would have been embarrassing. But I remember it was in Hobart, America, and I hosted for Nancy Ledford. I don't know if she's on tonight. Or I hosted for my grandma. Nancy was there. And I remember giving my speech, and I had note cards. I had like all these note cards, and I was like, I mean, I know I was shaking. And you guys, I want to say that night I sold like $600 or $700 worth. People didn't care. They don't care how your presentation is. They just they're going to love the product because the product's amazing. Scentsy is hands down one of the best products out there. They're going to love it. So even if you screw it up, it's going to be fine. In fact, my party that I threw for Katy Perry, I was right in the middle of this game, and my voice kept like going in and out. And so she had to go get me the host had to go get me a cough drop in the middle of this game. So I'm like, oh, hold on, you guys, I'm eating cough drops. We sold so much at that party. We got 3 bookings from that party. They didn't care. So if you don't do parties because of that, throw that out the window, you guys. They don't care. You could screw it up, but it's such a great product. They're still going to order. Someone said, how do I get the room sprays to fill the samples with? So on the room spray bottle, it's got like a little edge underneath there. So you can get like a little flathead and just like lift it up. My friend's son actually had a pocket knife and was able to pop it up, and it came off pretty easy. You can also spray right into the room spray samples. That's just going to take a lot longer, but you could do that. And then I just made my labels on Avery.com, and I use address labels, but I only filled half the label. Because if you wrap it around, it's just the 2 ml bottle is just too tiny. So I just put the Scentsy logo and what it was on the first half of the label. That way it fit. Yes, I will get you the link for the bag. I will get you the link for. I'll take pictures of my samples. What other questions do you guys have? I know that was a lot. Um, some of you guys even may do more fun parties than that. I've done the Scentsy points poem game. Let me share with you one more thing. So this is something that you have to do. I do this at every party regardless. So I will say, okay, everyone get out your phone. We're about to give away a free scent circle. Like, okay. All right. So I want you to put my number in. Okay. So I gave everyone my number, and I'll say, okay, now I want you to put your favorite scent in the chat, and I'm going to count to 3, and whoever's text I get first, you get a free scent circle. I'm like, okay, if you cheat, if it comes in before 3, you're not qualified. And so I let them all, whatever. So and then I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Here I am. I get everyone's contact information, right? Oh, sorry, they have to put their name in their favorite scent, not just their favorite scent. I can save it, and then I can also put their favorite scent in my notes, right? And then I give away my free scent circle, but then it gets better. If you save my contact info underneath your phone and you show it to me, you get an extra raffle ticket towards the warmer. So put, Jacquelyn Roy, Scentsy Lady. So you have to do it right now. And so they have to show it to me. And once they've saved it, they get extra raffle tickets for the warmer. And so play that game hands down at every party. It's just a fun way to get a bunch of contact information from all your people. Isn't room spray water-based now, not oil? So does that mean it won't wreck the dash? So Jocelyn, you are correct. So the base of it is water, but there's still oil in it. So before the room sprays, the base of it was oil. I'm so glad you brought that up. And so it was just flat out oil, right? I mean, how many times would you walk in your bathroom? This could just be me and my boys, but I could tell whenever they used it because I would almost slip on our tile floor because they used it. Please raise your hand if that's been you. It's not just me, right? Okay, thank goodness. And so now because it's water-based, you're not going to have that problem as much, but it does have oil in it still. And so I still tell people don't spray it on your dash. That is a great question. I use a pipe cutter. Yes, Aaron, pipe cutter, easy to open the bottle. I label the bag and put the whole thing in if that helps. I love it. What other questions? Yes, it will mess up plastic in car. And yes, I've slipped. Amanda, I'm glad it's not just me. Who has the most or both for tickets? So you guys were done with our party. You guys had a chance to take my employees home. Tim and Samantha are both spoken for, but I do have Amanda, or I do have, Teresa back at home. She's a great worker. So I will connect you with Teresa because you also want to host a back party and I appreciate it. And you know what? Because you're my host and you have 3 bookings, you're going to get extra half price item today because you had 3 friends that wanted to book a back party. And that's our perpetual reward that you can kind of just play around with and do it with what you want. But I'm outwardly praising my host. I'm outwardly giving her extra freebies. And so she's going to be excited too, right? So I'll say, okay, everyone, you smell scent. We're going to do our our raffle. So then I will have another bucket that has all the raffle tickets. They'll put their name in it, and I will draw a winner. Now, if it's a big party, then I will sometimes even draw more than one, and it could just be that they get a bar. But if I have 10, 12, 15 people there, then I sometimes will just start giving away stuff off my table, like not high-end stuff, but I'll just give away a scent circle or give away a room spray or give away. And again, you guys don't break the piggy bank. If you don't have it to give away, don't give it away. All right. People are going to be just fine. And also, if you can't give away a free warmer with your raffle, you don't have the money for it, then do a scent circle, do a room spray. Don't break the piggy bank. When I first started, we were so poor that we couldn't fill the gas tank for a week sometimes. I just graduated nursing school. You guys have heard this, but I just graduated nursing school. My husband was in nursing school. We lived in a 500 square foot apartment. We couldn't talk smack on each other because we could hear it, right? You couldn't talk bad about each other. And we were literally that close. Some of you may be in that situation right now. But I didn't have the money to have every one of each of the product. I didn't have the money for extras. I honestly didn't have the money at the time for freebies. And so what I was really determined to do is collect as many orders as I could at work, at the hospital, at Mercy in the ICU, to then put me as the host and stock up on stuff. That's how I stocked up on stuff to have parties, because I literally could not afford just to go buy $100 worth of stuff, right? I remember I waited till my second commission check before I even bought labels or business cards because I just didn't have the money for it. So don't ever think that you need all this money to be successful at Scentsy. Don't ever let anyone tell you that. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you need all this product to be successful. If you can't do all the fun samples, it's okay. Eventually, hopefully, you're having parties and you can get some bars at discount or half price. But if you can't do all the fun stuff just yet, it's okay. Make the money first. Feed your family. Put that money back in, and then as you can, invest in business stuff. So we'll draw the raffle. I'll thank everyone for coming. Now, and if Brittany comes up and gives me her order, and she's one of the ones that said that she was a stay-at-home mom, then I'm going to say, Brittany, have you ever thought about joining? Like, you seem so fun. You have 3 little kids. I'm sure you need a break. Keep me in mind if you want to make some extra cash. And that's all I say. And then maybe someone else comes up to me. Amy comes up to me, and she was the one that is going through chemo treatments. And I'll say, Amy, I know. I mean, I don't know what you're going through. I can't imagine what you're going through, but I do know it's probably really debilitating not being able to work all of a sudden. If you want something fun to kind of be a distraction of all of this going on, I hire all. I would love to have someone like you on my team. It could be something fun you do on the side. So I got to know all my people, and my goal at a home party is to get more bookings and to get recruits. It's not to sell 1,000. I'd be happy with 1,000. Don't get me wrong, but it's to further my business. It's to get the bookings. It's to get the recruits. And you guys, parties are so much fun. They truly are. And I will add, you're going to have parties where no one shows. You're going to have parties where a lot show. Don't quit. When I was in about 2 or 3 years, I showed up to this girl's house. This was really before I was really good at host coaching, though. Not that I'm great now, but I'm better now than I was. And we literally sat on her couch and watched TLC A Baby Story for an hour because no one showed up. And I'm like, oh, look at that baby. And so I took advantage of the situation, though. I got to know her. She ended up joining. So that was a plus. So I turned a moment where I drove almost an hour. I could have been really upset, right? Into a moment where I came home. My husband was like, how was the party? It was horrible. I mean, no one showed. What? You wasted your evening away from family? No, but guess what? She joined. Oh, well, that's even better. Why don't you start with that? And so, really get to know your host. And another thing I want to add, at the end of every party, I always offer the host the party. So if Becky comes up to me and says, hey, how much did we do? Well, your party was 600. You get X amount in freebies and half price items, but also there's more. If you decided you want to join, I'll give you this whole party and you'll make, $100 or however much it is. I will give it all to you. And these can be your people. They obviously love Scentsy. You have free bookings and you can have all the bookings. That'll sustain you. That's Christmas money. That's grocery money. So I always have those conversations. And guys, I don't care if I don't think the host would be good. I don't care. I don't prejudge. I let them make the decision, but I always put that out there at the end of my party. Sometimes I don't do it right away. I get home and collect everything and then I will get it to them. But the other thing I will add to, I know this is a lot of information, is I always offer the host a bag party before her home party starts. So I probably should have said that in the beginning, but I will always let them, hey, would you like my little employee to take with you to work for those that can't make it to your party? I usually will get it to them at least 3 or 4 days before their home party. And I'll say, just bring it to the party. She's my really hardworking employee. I need her back, but you can have her a few days. And then I might set a little goal, like if you can get $200 in outside orders, then I'll throw in a free scent circle. Another thing that I'll add, I'm sorry, these are a lot of tips and it's a lot of information, but I will tell the host if they get 6 people there, they will get a 6-pack of scent circles. 6 people that order to a party, they will get a 6-pack of scent circles for free. If you get 12 people, hang on. then you will get a 6-pack of Scentsy bars for free at your party. And so, and you guys may be thinking, oh my goodness, like you're gonna, hold on, baby, you're gonna give the $30 of Scentsy for free. If I get 12 people at a party that are ordering, you guys, that's gonna be an $800-900 party. I can surely combine some of those orders. Like if Amy ordered a warmer and Amanda ordered a warmer and someone ordered bars, I'll put it in a perfect Scentsy bundle and maybe save $20 and use the money I save by doing that to get the free 6-pack of bars from your host. I'm not out money. If you have 12 people there that are ordering, holy cow, it's gonna be a bomb party. And I will have hosts that get right at 6 or right at 12 because they want the incentive. And it's not both, they get one or the other. So 6 people, you get a free Scent Circle 6-pack, which I guess, Scent Circle packages we have to do different now, but, or 12 people there and you get a free Scentsy 6-pack of bars. So that's a great way to host coach. And I will remind the hostess that, hey, do you have 12 people yet? Oh, I'm going to go make my neighbor come down and order. Like, I know she will. People will literally come to you and say that because they want that on top of all their host rewards. So that's also something. Let's see. Denise said, my first Scentsy party only had 4 people, including the host, and they were all not in the position to buy, but I pushed through and did my thing. We had fun. A few weeks later, people ended up ordering for me. I ended up getting the host to join. That's amazing. That's amazing, Denise. And yes, if you've done a party and it was a bomb, do another one. I could have easily quit after the TLC baby story incident, right? Or I have more. There's so many more horrific parties that I've had. I had one where someone choked on it. I think it was a grape during the party and had to full on Heimlich at the party. Could have been a real awful party, but ended up turning out just fine. But I've had parties where I think, oh my goodness, like that was maybe a waste of a few hours. And then I've had parties where, oh my goodness, that was amazing. So you just don't know. Don't quit. Give it a go again. Someone said, how do you get parties? I would watch, Becky, watch the training from last week on our Mindset Monday page, Facebook page. If you're not on there, it's Mindset Monday Facebook page. It's a pink background. Sarah gave so many amazing tips. I know it's hard to get people to commit since COVID, but just keep asking, you guys. Give yourself the chance to get a party. Don't ask 3 people. If you ask 10, you may get 1. So if you really want a home party, go ask 20 people. Go look through your order history, whoever's ordered, and start just asking. And it can be as easy as, hey, I know you love Scentsy. Christmas is coming up. Would you like to earn some Christmas presents for free? But I'm not going to get into that too much because we talked about that last week. And Sarah Walker, I can't do her justice. She was incredible last week on how to get home parties. So make sure you go back and watch that. I did post the YouTube on that Facebook page. Amy, Aaron, I know we went over. Anything you want to add real quick before we get off here? I hope you guys will all attend a party of mine sometime. I'm just kidding. I'm going to reclaim host so I can upload. Amy said it was great. Awesome. I know it was a lot, you guys. I appreciate you guys staying on to the end. We will upload this. The catalog walkthrough is already on our Mindset Monday page, so you guys can pull that, and I will share all the other stuff that we talked about tonight. And yes, Amy, that's home parties are my jam. And that's why it was so important after COVID for me to get back to them, because I truly love to share the product. And I think that kind of shows. Great info. Thank you. Yay, Nate. You'll have to tell us how your party goes. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys get off here. Thank you for staying on later tonight. I know it's kind of long. Also, thank you for making me clean my office. I appreciate you guys more than you know. My husband actually appreciates that too. So all my party table and stuff could fit in here. But you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for joining us. Next Monday, we will not have mindset because it's my leadership chat. So that's for just my director and hire. So our next Mindset Monday will be October 7th. And I don't remember off the top of my head what it is about, but I know it's going to be amazing. We have them all planned out through the next 3 months. So
I can tell you real fast.
Yes, Amy,
we're talking about like boo buckets and Halloween sampling and stuff like that for trick or treat.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good rest of your night. I'll get this uploaded tonight. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye, everyone.